Good morning, YouTube. Well, our favorite truck renter did it again. You know, put out the channel. I'll be honest, I thought he was going to last a little longer. See, here's the thing about this he's getting to the point now where he's got to create these, he's got to tell his viewership, well, I'm doing it, I'm going to this next program because, he spun this narrative, right? That's what it is. Those are the words. He's spinning this narrative that he's doing us a favor by going around and signing up to all these truck rental places and all these truck rental programs. Of course, they're all the next biggest and best thing, right? They're all the next biggest and best thing. And he's doing us a favor now. Initially, when he went over to Swift, he said he was going, if those of you who remember, and I remember because I watched the video, okay, and I have the ability to retain information. And what he said was, I'm going over because Swift is introducing this load board, and I think it's going to be great, and that's going to be the defining moment in my trucking career. And of course, now that he has 10 years in the business, he knows everything and can't be told anything. And he's done learning in trucking, right? And to be fair, by the time you've done 10 years in trucking and pulling exclusively, being a door swinger, you better know your job, right? I mean, let's just put that. Let's call a spade a spade. If you don't know what you're doing as far as bumping docks after 10 years, then we might have a bigger problem. So, but that's neither here nor there, because it soon wasn't after he started his venture over at Swift that he was, bobtailed over to 7-Eleven and got a booted and everything else. So you guys know who I'm talking about. So he put a video out yesterday. He's done at Swift, right? And he said he was making between $1,000 and $1,200 a week. And if you ask me, the juice ain't worth the squeeze on that, right? And again, he just did Swift a favor, right? Came in, made 6 months. I don't even know if he was there 6 months. Made 6 months of truck payments, right? And thank you very much. That truck's already paid for. I mean, it probably has been for quite some time. And that's it, right? I mean, he's done. He's on to the next biggest and best thing. And now, don't dare criticize him, okay? He's allowed to criticize everybody else, right? And if you criticize him, it's because you don't have any content, right? I mean, he can make he can provide all this conjecture for everyone else's channels and talk about all his commenters and talk about all the rest of the truckers out here on the road and how stupid we are and everything else. But when it comes down to criticizing that person, when you do, it's because you don't have a life and you're a goof. And you're this and you're that, right? Because you don't have a leg to stand on. He has it all figured out, right? It's all part of his master plan. And let's be honest, we know the guy's not very bright, right? But according to him, the people that refer to him as a job hopper now, he's come up with this thing. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, he as far as his mental stability, but now he's referring to the people in his commenters into his comment page that are referring to him as a job hopper. They are plants put there by recruiting companies to shame him and others for changing jobs. And that's some kind of paranoia right there, if you ask me. But here we are. I mean, nobody's surprised at this point, right? Nobody's surprised. And at $1,000 a week, or let's even just say he took home on the big end $1,200 a week. You're just paying bills at that point, right? You're not, and I guess as truck drivers, we should be fortunate to be paying our bills. There's a lot of us who aren't, right? There's a lot of us who are getting into these lease truck rental purchase programs, whatever you want to call them, where you're literally starving out here on the road and running for peanuts basically. And but you won't get a company job, because if you get a company job, people, you're gonna have a boss. Apparently, you're gonna have a boss that's gonna tell you what to do, and you're gonna be under someone's thumb, and you're not gonna have all of the luxuries of being an owner operator, right? You're not gonna have all the luxuries. I'm not sure what those luxuries are. I fail to see the upside at this point. But again, we've kind of gone over that. But yeah, so he's on to bigger, brighter, better, greener pastures, as it were, and he'll keep us all as we all sit with bated breath to see, because they're all the same. Okay, they're all the same. They work off all the same model. One works off percentage, one works off mileage, one runs here, one runs there. He's got it all figured out, though. He's gonna get based on his fuel mileage. It's laughable. It's laughable. I mean, I laugh, all right, because there's no such thing as it's one's better than the other. They're all just, especially when it comes to pulling dry freight, right? I mean, there's just you're not gonna, how can you possibly figure that anything's gonna be any different? You might run different lanes, right? You might run I'm just making a coffee here. You're gonna run different lanes, of course. You're gonna run, give me a second here. At the end of the day, it ain't gonna be anything different, right? But they're gonna tell you it's different. The recruiters and all that, they're gonna tell you how different and how much better and how special and how much money you can make. But yeah, so he's over there. It's all done for him. He's Swift is no longer. Now, I don't know if anybody else follows any other channels. I do. I follow one in particular that just started with Swift a couple of months ago. He's got about 5,000 subs, and he used to be over at Prime, and he says he's doing quite well, as a matter of fact, over at Prime, or over at Swift, and he's running like 2,500 miles a week, which is apparently the reason why he's leaving Swift, is because, he's in trucking to get rich, folks. Okay, he's in trucking to make $1 million. Of course, he has no education. He has no skill set other than driving a truck up and down the road. But he figures that he should be making more money than the rest of us, apparently, I guess. I don't know. So, but yeah, the other guy there, he said he's running 2,500 miles a week, and he is, I don't know what I don't want to actually say exactly, but it's something, he said something about like being able to gross up to 5,000 once he starts training. He's upwards of around 3,700 right now. He also said that his truck payment is only like $400 a week or something. I don't know. All of that isn't really making much sense to me, to be quite honest. But like the 3,700 gross a week, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. But what doesn't make sense is the truck note. So, and at 3,700 miles a week, what would be your fuel bill on that? $1,000? $1,000, 1,400, 37. So that's better money than $1,200 a week. That's a lot better money than $1,200 a week. So I don't know. The figures aren't adding up. I don't know what their fixed costs are. Don't really care, to be honest. I wish everybody all the luck in the world out here. If you are, if you've got the balls to go out and sign up to these predatory lease, truck rental, however you want to call them, programs, and run on the fucking spot market, I don't know if it's fucking balls or stupidity, but I'm sure you tell yourself every day that I've got the balls to do it and you don't have the balls. And I don't know. I mean, I've always been told a smart person learns from others' mistakes and a stupid person learns from their own. You guys let me know. Isn't that true? Like, why do I have to go and touch the hot stove? I fucking know it's hot. I already seen you get burned. What, so I want to go over and touch it now? No thanks. I'll watch from a distance. You know what I mean? I'll watch from a distance. So, yeah, I just thought I'd come on. I thought that was, obviously no one's surprised that he's packed up his truck in the middle of the night. He was scared they weren't going to pay him his last check. Right? He did say that in the video. Said he bounced out of there. Someone, I think they were joking when they said, did you have the foresight to get your maintenance fund? Right? Because he was scared they weren't going to pay him his last check. So did you pull all the money out of your maintenance fund? And I responded, I said, you got to work at a place long enough to build up a maintenance fund, and also you can't be getting booted at 7-Eleven. I mean, but this guy's got it all figured out, right? If you want to know how to truck successfully, right, go ahead and watch his channel. He'll show you the way, right? He's the unicorn of trucking, and he's very special, right? And go watch him. He'll show you. He'll lead you down the primrose path, and then you too can be a super trucker. All right. So you guys have a great day. Let me know what you think about the video. We'll catch you on the next one. Driver's Lounge over and out.